Black church historically has always been on the front line of civil rights. And so Lent is the season that leads from Ash Wednesday to Resurrection. So it is not just a withholding of dollars, but a pushing forward of prayer. A lot in America is shifting, and the church is going to have to be more active and vocal.
So let me talk here about 4 of the demands that you all have for Target. I think we can put them up on the screen. Honor the $2 billion pledge to Black business community, which they made in 2021 to spend that through the end of this year.
Let me pause and say to you, the reason why that's significant, they made that pledge after the killing of George Floyd. Target is headquartered in Minneapolis, where George Floyd was killed, and it wasn't connected to DEI. It was supposed to be honored December of 2025. And so when the president made this move to dismantle DEI, they hid that obligation under it and are not honoring it.
I'm going to come back to number 2. 3, completely restore the franchise commitment to DEI. 4, pipeline community centers at 10 HBCUs to teach retail business at every level. And they made some commitments to HBCUs, even being honored by some Black business organizations because of their commitments to DEI. But number 2, explain this one. Deposit $250 million against any of 23 Black banks. Why is that on the list?
I think it's so significant because our Black businesses are really fighting to get access to capital. And a lot of our Black banks are unable to do so. If Target is receiving $12 million a day from Black people, then I think that some small modicum of that should be reinvested directly back into our communities.
Well, here we go again. Jay-Z the capitalist. Let's add it again. Jay-Z has now signed the deal with Target. Now, you know, Black America is supposed to be at it with Target. We're supposed to not be shopping at Target. Target, they reneged on some DEI deals and some money they were supposed to give to the Black community. Because, we're not giving to each other. We're supposed to get to these corporations that we know that don't like us, right? So we're supposed to be boycotting Target. Well, Jay-Z, he goes and he inks a deal for his Reasonable Doubt album, right? And he's going to be selling at $40 a pop. It's coming out June 26th, right? It's going to have some exclusive songs on there that you couldn't get on the classic album, right? But we all know Jay-Z get down, because we remember when Colin Kaepernick took the knee, right? And he went and made a deal with the NFL when everybody's supposed to be boycotting the NFL because of the way they was treating Colin Kaepernick, because he took a knee because of all the police brutality, right? He went in and made a deal and then did a press conference. Y'all remember this?
It's a success, right? This is the next thing, right? Because there's 2 parts of protesting.
Action to sit was later lifted to taking a knee.
You go outside and you protest, and then the company or the individual say, I hear you. What do we do next?
Now, there's a lot of people, man, when this Target thing was going down, that wanted to get out in front of this, and one of them is Jamal Bryant, and we know, oh my God. Jamal Bryant, he basically came out and got in front of it, and then he ended it. And when he ended it, a lot of Black women was upset with the Democratic Party, and they, he had to come out and apologize. Now we know that they have pledged to invest $2 billion in Black-owned businesses and increase Black employee representation, right? And when they didn't do it, that's when the boycotts came, right? So it was a whole bunch of stuff that they said they was going to do that they reneged on, right? Man, this whole thing is crazy. But I'm telling you, as Black people in the Black community, we can learn from this. So there's a lot of people online that's upset with Jay-Z for taking this stance, right? But there's also some people that support him. But let's look at this and let's get off into the people that's first upset with him, that's really laying him out.
Whew. All right, rock stars, the people have a lot to say about Jay-Z's decision to partner with Target for an exclusive 30th anniversary release of Reasonable Doubt. Some say he's choosing business over his own community. Some people say it's just business at the end of the day. So I'll ask you guys, how do you feel about this?
Listen, I'm just going to jump right in and say that Jay-Z has consistently showed us time after time again that for him it's going to be partnership over principle. Allegedly, we remember when he backdoored Dame Dash, you know, when he made those partnerships in his own favor. Then we seen when Colin Kaepernick was going through it with the NFL and ended up being blackballed. He didn't come to his defense. And now right in the middle of our very own people, his very own people, being in the middle of a Target boycott, he is partnering with Target. And so I think what the biggest issue is here, that we look for these quote unquote iconic people that so many idolize to be leaders. And for them, it's only about legacy building, and that's their own legacy. Forget the people.
Ooh, come on.
Jay-Z saw an opportunity. He saw the void that is black people not shopping at Target. And he pitched to Target, you know what? I'm the black culture. I got this huge cult-like following. If y'all give me a shitload of money, I will team up with y'all exclusively to do this. And it's like, Jay-Z, you leveraged the boycott and the struggle of our people who were attempting to put Target in their place. You leveraged that for your own personal gain. And it's fucked up, especially considering that you are not some low-level rapper who needs the money. And I know men like Jay-Z get to a certain level and they do this thing where they're like, it's just business. It was a business opportunity. It is not just business, Jay-Z, when you leverage the hard work and the strides that everybody put in to get our voices heard and our feelings felt at Target, and you just go on and completely undercut all of that for your personal gain. Now, I know a lot of y'all not finna like this, but I'm finna have to take it there. And Beyonce, you ain't no damn better. You ain't no damn better. Beyonce, you're no better. This is legitimately the equivalent of the nice white woman that we work with, that we like, but she goes home to a Trump supporting husband and is raising Trump supporting sons. It's no different.
Now, Jay-Z has a lot of questionable things, right? You know, he has a lead son out there that he's not taking care of. People done showed the pictures. They like spitting images of each other. He had a daughter out there that he wasn't taking care of, that he was, you know, keeping in the raps. Poor business practices. A lot of the Philly guys that they signed, we know that he was stealing a lot of their music. Right here, my folks, Non-Brigade, he took the song All I Need, right? We already know, like, where he's been called selfish by multiple people. There's droves of people that said this dude only cares about himself. So he already had character flaws when he was just in the music. So now when he comes out into the business part, you expect him to be somebody different? No, he's who he is. Jay-Z is just business with him. He don't care nothing about no community. Jay-Z is our self-lawn master. He doing him. He's living within him. He don't care nothing about no blackness. He don't care nothing about no black community. He don't care nothing about none of that. He's doing Jay. That's what he's doing. Live alone, die alone. That's what he's on, right? So, but there's people that's rocking with him, that's agreeing with him, and they're saying, hey, you guys are hypocrites. If you're going to hold Jay-Z to this standard, hold everybody else.
Okay, let's talk about Jay-Z selling Reasonable Doubt vinyls at Target, right? So I want to start this by saying, from the jump, Jay-Z is a capitalist. I don't care about all that being called a capitalist, like being called the N-word. Jay-Z is a capitalist. He was just on microphone bragging about being up 10 billion or whatever. You feel me? Your wife just hit $1 billion. Y'all capitalists, right? Now, that doesn't mean Jay-Z and Beyonce don't care about the black community at all. They haven't done anything positive for the black community, but we all know that y'all put that dollar at the forefront, right? Y'all want to make as much money as possible, disregarding everything else going on, right? Now, let's talk about this Target situation specifically. Now, if you don't know, Jay-Z's dropping the 30-year anniversary Reasonable Doubt vinyl, and there's a Target exclusive anniversary edition vinyl that's dropping. That'll be available on June 26th, right? So a week from Friday, right? And people are upset because of the Target boycott that is supposed to be taking place via black people. If you don't know, when the Trump administration came in and Elon Musk pulled up and he was in charge of the Doge situation with the government efficiency or whatever, they was getting rid of all these DEI practices. A lot of these major corporations started switching they style up, and Target being one of them got rid of a bunch of their DEI policies. They started pulling black brands from shelves, and it was nasty. You feel me? So black people are like, we're not shopping at Target anymore. And I'm with all that. You feel me? For everybody that has been standing on that, I'm with you, 100 grand. Here's my issue though. What I don't like is fake outrage. For the people who have not been standing on that, but now they see a little avenue to attack Jay-Z, and they're now pretending. I don't do pretending. I don't do fake outrage, especially when it comes to the advancement or cause that is for the betterment of black people, or black people taking a stand against something. That's where I have an issue. Let's talk about it. If your girlfriend wears Fenty Beauty, yes, Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, that is still sold on shelves at Target. Your girlfriend, your sister, your cousin, and you not holding them to the fire or telling them they should be boycotting this because Rihanna has not taken a stance and told Target that Fenty has to be pulled from its shelves. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear. Let's list some black If your girlfriend wears Keys Soul Care skincare products by Alicia Keys, don't want to hear. If anybody you know is using Loved One skincare products by John Legend and they have not said shit about John Legend, Alicia Keys, Sierra's OAM skin products, Mary J. Blige's Sun Goddess wine brand, if you haven't been outspoken about these things, you've been quiet as a church mouse, you've never said nothing, you keep supporting them, you keep listening to their music, you haven't made any think pieces on it, please, for the love of God, shut. Now let's talk about the Target exclusive vinyls, because people are talking about this like Jay-Z just invented this, and this is some new thing. Every artist has Target exclusive vinyls when they drop physicals. Damn near every artist. They did it for D'Angelo after his passing, God rest his soul, and nobody said about it. And then people want to say, oh, but Jay-Z's an owner. He has more power and leverage. Okay, let's talk about artists who have more leverage with labels and have more say-so in where things are sold. Since you want to go that route, right? Let's start with the big three. Was J. Cole not just bragging about his ownership? He just dropped his might have been retirement album or whatever we're calling it at this point, The Fall Off. Guess who has a Target exclusive vinyl being sold at Target for The Fall Off? Jermaine Cole. I have a big Kendrick Lamar fan base. Guess who sells a Target exclusive vinyl? GNX. Kendrick Lamar. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Hold on. Drake, who rarely does physicals, they did it for Some Sexy Songs for You. Guess who has a Target exclusive vinyl for Some Sexy Songs for You? Party Next Door and Drake. I shot. What I do not like, because I see a lot of people, a Stan basis specifically, try to turn this into some Stan war thing to try to get more people on their side in their attack of Jay-Z. And I'm like, your favorite artist, there was Nicki Minaj exclusive vinyls being sold that time. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is a normal thing. And nobody gave. If you are still going to Target, you do not give about this Target boycott. And if you aren't going to Target, then you're doing your job. But pretending to be mad at one person when you haven't called out the plethora of people who have been still releasing Target exclusive or selling their brands in Target is disingenuous. And that's what I don't like. For everybody that's standing on that against everybody, I'm with you. But if you're not really about that, shut the. Yes, Jay-Z is a capitalist. Tell me something new. Till next time.
Well, there's compelling arguments on both sides, and Jay-Z is his own man. But the one thing, this last guy, he broke this down, and he said, if you're going to hold Jay-Z accountable, hold everybody accountable. If you're going to go in on Jay-Z, fair enough. But you got Rihanna, right? You got Drake, you got J. Cole, you got them all. You got the GSX album, that little guy from out there in L.A., his name escaped me for a minute. The one that was in the battle with Drake. You got him. You got all these guys that you want to hold accountable because they all still doing business with Target, right? So he's just highlighting that, and he's saying, well, listen, we already know who Jay-Z is, but if you're mad at Jay-Z, be mad at everybody. Be mad at everybody. Hold everybody accountable, right? So people can be mad, but one thing about being Black Americans, everybody not going to be on board just because we're saying do this or go this way. That's not gonna work for everybody. Some people just ain't woke. Some people just do things on their own terms and they don't give a damn. It's all about the mighty dollar, not unification of people. And that's just the way that Jay-Z rolled. It is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.